Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is gonna be absolutely bonkers, and you know it. Today I'm gonna talk about when I personally think it's gonna be the right time to purchase a home again. I've obviously been getting a lot of questions on people asking me, when's it gonna be time to buy? When's it gonna be time to buy? So this video is designed today to essentially just give you the reasons why I think it's gonna be time to buy and when I think it's gonna be time to buy. So stay tuned for the end of this video to get exact dates on when I think it's gonna be time to purchase again. But I also wanna talk about what it takes to purchase real estate and what you should be doing right now as you're waiting. But remember, you guys, I'm not your financial advisor. My bio is as a realtor, loan officer, and instructor in Texas. So I absolutely love real estate, but this is just my personal YouTube channel. So if you guys can, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and please, you guys, and I mean this, please comment below. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. You guys uplift me when I'm overwhelmed with work or whatever's going on in life. I absolutely appreciate the love. I definitely love how this channel has grown. We finally hit 15,000 subscribers, you guys. We did it. I am so humbled by all the love, so thank you. The number one thing, you guys, when you're going to purchase a home, the number one thing is being financially ready. And I'll tell you what I mean. So what I mean by being financially ready is make sure your credit is maximized, make sure you're out of consumer debt, and make sure you have enough money saved so that when you purchase a home, you do not go broke, okay? A lot of mistakes that people make is they spend all of the money that they saved on purchasing a home, when the reality is you need to have money saved after you move into the house, right? So after you move in, you need to make sure you have maybe $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 saved so that it gets you through that very big purchase. So make sure, do not go broke. Now, the other thing is make sure your income is solid, because remember, you guys, we're probably in a recession right now. And when recession happens, what happens next? Usually massive job loss. And I absolutely think in 2022, we're going to start seeing massive job losses. And that, when we hit the recession, and that is ultimately going to cause the housing market to collapse even further. So make sure, you guys, make sure that your income is as secure as possible. And one of the things I also want to recommend that you guys do to become financially ready to purchase a home is get another source of income, okay? Unless you have like 4 children. You know what? Even if you have 4 children, I have 4 children and I have like 3 sources of income. So make sure that you guys get an additional source of income so that if anything happens in the job market or with recession or negative equity growth, you guys are going to be okay. So one of the things as well, as far as being financially ready, expect to hold, okay? Expect to hold your house from 5 to 7 years. More than likely, it's going to take 7 to 10 years to rebound. Usually real estate goes in 10-year cycles. So be prepared to hold. Now, the last thing is I want you, now again, this is just my opinion. This is what I do personally. I don't want you paying closing costs, okay? If you're purchasing a home, in my opinion, you should not pay closing costs. The seller should pay your closing costs. So, consider that, you guys. Every single home that I have ever purchased, I have never paid $1 in closing costs. I always require that the seller of whoever I'm purchasing a home from pays my closing costs. And I want you guys to do the same thing, because buyers' incentives are gonna start coming back to our housing market. Now, the next thing, guys, is I want you to monitor your local housing market, because remember, obviously not all metro areas are the same. And I'm just one person. I can't monitor everyone's metro area. So what I need you guys to do is monitor the area that you want to buy in. Use places like Redfin and Zillow. And what you're going to want to pay attention to is days on market, or DOM. You're going to want to pay attention to that, because those are usually the leading indicator on what you can get away with as far as a buyer negotiating with a seller. So in other words, if you find a house that's been on the market, or many houses that have been on the market for 30, 45, 50 days, then you know you have a better chance at negotiating with that seller, having them pay your closing costs, and getting a more reasonable deal on your house. But I don't know that that's going to happen right now. I'm starting to see a little bit come into the market, but nevertheless, when it's time to buy, remember that. Monitor your local market, understand what's going on, because you need to basically become an expert, okay? You need to treat this transaction for what it is, the largest, most important transaction of your life. So get to know, please, you guys, get to know your local housing market, because no one is going to know the direction of your local housing market better than you are. Do you see my point? Or even just reach out to a realtor that you have a great relationship with, that you've interviewed, and ask them what's going on with the market. But nevertheless, you guys must understand the trends of your housing market. The other thing I want to say is, as we continue to go into 2022, inventory is only going to surge, okay? I've been saying that for the last 3 months. Thank goodness I was right, because obviously, you guys, ain't nobody have a crystal ball. I'm basing my predictions on my experience, things that have happened to me, and my career, and also the data. But you guys, here's the thing. There's no more guessing needed. We are having inventory surges, and we will continue to see inventory come back to our market the further on 2022 we get. And that's really good news, because what that's going to do is not only, prices should lower, but that's going to give us more opportunity to pick something that we love, which brings me to the next thing. Don't settle. Okay, inventory is going to start increasing from here on out. I do not want you guys to settle. Find something that you love, and find something that you love at good terms. Remember that. Do not settle whatever you do, because now the market is shifting back into the buyer's market. There's no point in settling anymore. Just wait a little bit, okay? Which brings me to my next thing, okay? Stay patient, okay? What I had to do is I extended my lease. I hate saying that, but I extended my lease after I negotiated. So my lease payment went down, and I'm only extending for 11 months. So I negotiated with my landlord. But the reason why I extended my lease, you guys, my lease ends in August. And even though I'm finally finding deals in Houston, in my local area, that I consider decent deals and houses that I like, I'm still not ready to buy. And I still decided to sit out another year. The reason I did that is I truly believe, again, if I'm patient, the deals are only going to get better, right? I'm going to allow the Federal Reserve to continue to put in the work to slow our housing market down. In other words, you guys, the reason I'm waiting is, even though I can probably find a decent deal right now, I think I'm going to find an absolutely amazing deal further on in the year and into 2023. Plus, also, if I'm renting right now, my plan is to buy 2 houses, okay? So in the next 11 months, I plan on purchasing, or through 2023, I plan on purchasing 2 properties, an investment property and a primary residence. So extending my lease another 11 months gives me the freedom to do that. And to be honest with you guys, I'll even consider breaking my lease and paying it as if I find a deal that's too good to refuse, right? And I'm going to do a video to show you guys how much money I lost renting versus how much money I gained by not buying right away, okay? So in other words, let the dust settle. Things are only just beginning, and they're going to get better for us buyers. Okay, guys, so my predictions, okay? Let me give you my predictions. Now, the beautiful thing is so far, I have not had to flip-flop. I've kind of tuned in my opinions a little bit, but for the most part, what I have been predicting has been coming to fruition. And a lot of people are like, oh, YouTubers have been talking about this for 2-3 years. I've been talking about this for 3 months. I've been warning people regularly for 3 months, okay? And things, for the most part, if you've been watching my channel with me, you guys know this, things are coming to fruition. The things that I'm expecting to happen are actually happening even faster than I expected. But my overall prediction is this. I believe that come August of 2022, the end of August, we will have 700 to 800,000 active listings. I also estimated that in May, we would have about 500,000 listings. Guess what? The data came out. Guess how many active listings that we had in May? Over 500,000. So I was right there. So I expect in August, 700 to 800,000 active listings. I expect Q4 of 2022, I expect to see clear signs, and I'm not going to use the word crash because there's too many definitions, I expect to see clear signs of negative equity growth throughout the nation. I believe we start seeing that in Q4 of this year, and I believe it's going to be all over mainstream media. And you guys know when things hit the media, the mainstream media, it usually gets much worse. So I expect Q4 things to unravel so much so the media is picking it up. I expect to see negative equity growth all over the place, and I expect the best buying opportunities in decades to take place in 2023. I think we're going to have some of the absolute best deals in 2023. I think you guys should prepare to buy in 2023. But if you want to buy this year, probably wait till the end of this year. You're probably going to have a lot more options, and you're probably going to be able to get a lot better deal. I expect that to happen once again at the end of this year. But I think again in Q3, I think there's going to be buying opportunities in Q3, but I want crazy deals, and that's why I'm going to wait. Okay, so that is my prediction. But here's the thing. I really think we need to buy in 2023 because we have no idea what's going to happen in 2024. So I'm warning you guys. I don't know how long it's going to be a great opportunity to buy because this bubble is basically artificially created. There's so much political factors involved here that I am freaked out in 2024. I have absolutely no idea who's going to get elected, and I don't know what changes they're going to make, and I don't know what crazy things are going to happen in 2024. So what I'm telling you guys is don't wait necessarily, right? We don't know enough yet, but probably don't wait to 2024 because of the election year. Who the heck knows what's going to happen? So that's why I'm saying prepare right now, expect for an opportunity for 1 year. Okay, that's what I'm saying because we don't know. Listen to me, because we don't know what's going to happen in 2024. So I'm putting all of my eggs in that basket end of 2022 and into 2023 as far as what I'm going to do as far as buying. Now, that opinion will obviously change once we get closer to that year, once we kind of have a better picture of what's happening politically. But I'm telling you guys right now, I'm freaked out. Why am I freaked out? Look at what has happened in the last 2 years. It's unimaginable the things that have happened. I blame a lot of it on politics. But either way, you guys, that is my prediction on when it's time to buy again. Now, obviously, you can reach out to me at the information below. I'm not really originating right now. I have a realtor team that can help us. They can help you. But right now, what I'm saying is if you can, I think you guys should wait. I think you should wait at least to the end of the year, maybe in August, okay? There's different reasons to buy. But if you're buying and you want the best deal possible, end of this year into 2023. Now, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate you guys watching every one of my videos, but most importantly, going through this journey with me. I appreciate you guys doing that. Now, if you're out there investing in real estate, I do wish you luck, and I hope you win.